to get evicted from his apartment, and I'm sure this is real, man.
I know.
And because it's cool to tell these kind of stories now because we all struggle, man. We all go through ups and downs in life, and there was a situation where like he was down on his luck, and I told him, kid, hang in there. Look, he's like, coach, I'm gonna go home, get a job, I gotta work, I gotta take care of my family. Kid, let me help you, man. Let me see what I can do for you. But don't quit. Hang in there. I guarantee you, a year from now, your luck will change. I guarantee you, a year from now, everything will be different.
Wow.
You're gonna be, look, man. A year from now, you're gonna be this. You're gonna be fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. As a matter of fact, kid, I had a dream that you would be fighting
I remember you
Joshua,
said that.
my brother.
He
And I
told me
said
that.
and I said it before the fight, and I'll say it again. I had a dream that you'd be fighting Joshua for the heavyweight championship of the world. And guess what, kid? I know exactly what punch you're gonna be knocking him out with because I had a dream. Obviously, my dream was different because in that dream, I pictured Andy catching him with an overhand right and knocking him out with one punch. Obviously, it didn't happen this way, but it happened.
It was a left hook.
And it was that was the beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning. That was the first knockdown. But that right hand did have a lot to do with
Okay.
with in the fight.
Sure.
And so we talked about this, and obviously things began to change. He was able to get out of the contract, sign without Heyman. He got a fight with Dimitrenko, and then all of a sudden we get a fight with Joshua, less than a year later. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, man. It's having faith, man. Believing in God and having faith, and not staying true to yourself, to the game, and surrounding yourself with positive, good people that want what's best for you. In this case, he knows what's up. We it's a family. It's a family environment at the gym, man. You know what I mean? Why? Because, they're all boxers, man. They all feed off one another. They're all, they everyone knows. As a fighter, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know that you're putting your life on the line every time you step into the ring. And there's never a perfect situation. There's no perfect scenarios. There's always something. So he was going through a lot again, with the eviction and with the promotional situation, and it's just pretty much ready to hang up the gloves, man. This close to going back home to Imperial Valley. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but it's rough. It's rough. And he hung in there, found him a place to stay, put him in a good place, put him in with good people, got him in the gym, got him training, got him on the right track, having faith, man, believing in God, and just not letting go. At the end of the day, if we don't have faith, then what do we have? We got nothing. So,
Y'all
all of a
deserve
sudden,
these 6 weeks off. Y'all deserve
dude,
that victory.
So all of a sudden, his life changed.
Because I'm gonna cut you off and tell
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
What you're not saying is you've maybe financially helped the man to get back to where he wanted to be, and that takes mettle. That takes like fortitude. That takes like, motherfucker, I believe in you, and how much I don't believe you, I'm gonna physically show you I believe in you.
That's right.
And I think that's powerful.
Absolutely. His chef, which is Alonso. I call my friend. He's our chef at the gym. He takes care. You become part of our team. You become a friend. You're part of the family now. So our chef had a spare room in his home, Alonso.
Yeah.
Hey kid, I need you to help me, man. I need you to help me with Andy. Now they're best friends.
Yeah,
now they
beautiful.
travel together. Now they do everything together. Plus, that's his chef. So he's in charge. Alonso, you're in charge of making sure that Andy, comes
So
in
how's Andy
slimmer.
doing now?
He's good, man. He's good. He's enjoying himself, and he deserves to. We had back-to-back fights. April 20th, June 1st. People are like, he's got to get back in the gym and let the kid have his time in the sun, man. Let him enjoy himself. He's in Mexico right now taking care of
I
press.
saw that.
Yeah, why not? And then once I get him back in the gym, that's it. It's time to go to work.
You beat Joshua with basically a 5-week camp. So do you feel
pretty
like
much.
if you
16
have
weeks
even
would
even
definitely
more
be-
time to prepare, you think it'll be even easier to beat Anthony Joshua with like a full 8-week camp?
Oh yeah, it'll be 16 weeks. And the thing, going back to the fight with Dimitrenko, was a 10-week camp. So we peaked.
Okay.
Right? We peaked, and then what happens is you taper down. We fight Dimitrenko, and then he takes a week off, and then after a week you gotta go right up. You know what I'm saying?
All the way up.
All the way up, because it's 5 weeks. So there ain't no like, okay, we're gonna start here and we're steadily gonna move up, and no, we had to get right back to work.
Thank God no scar
You
tissue.
know what I'm
He
saying?
was a little red, but thank God no scar
Yeah,
tissue.
correct. So do you understand the difference between that fight and this fight? 16 weeks, we're gonna start from scratch, man. We're gonna go easy, and then, there's gonna be three faces coming into this fight. Face one is Southern California, getting them back in the gym, getting them going again. And the second face will be somewhere else, where we'll be sparring and getting them ready for us. And then the third face will obviously be wherever the fight takes place, if we ever get it.
So was the date agreed upon the 7th, or is it, or nothing is agreed upon?
Apparently, it could be the end of November, December 7th, December 14th, the first
You
week.
can't
of
go past
December.
December 14th because of the holidays. So
Yeah, correct. I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's just hopefully we'll all know soon.
what was the last
For
conversation
myself.
you had with Andy?
I'll see you back in the gym real soon. He said, "Coach, I'll see you back in the gym.
So
see you
where's
back."
Andy at now?
He's in Mexico. He's in Mexico now. I believe he comes back either today or tomorrow. I spoke to the dad
Dude,
this morning.
I'm just so amazed. The man said he couldn't pay rent.
Yeah, man. And haven't you been there before? Haven't you?
I was homeless for 2 years.
Before,
I was homeless for 2 years,
Bro,
so I know.
man, you talk about I got a long story, man. If I go way back to, you talked about a year and a half ago, man. My story began a long time ago. A lot of probably the most painful thing I've ever had to deal with or cope with in my personal life has been losing my dad. Obviously, losing my mother after my dad, but my dad, because my dad was the one that put me in the game. You know what I'm saying? He was my mentor. He was my teacher. He was my everything. And then it's all of a sudden to lose my best friend and 12 years ago, man that was very much involved in boxing, very well-known person in boxing, Chapo Robles. And then all of a sudden, I lose my pops. It's like, dude, it's like starting out. I lost my home. I lost my job. I lost everything, back in the day when my family, I lost everything. But one thing I never lost was my faith. I said, man. And I started all over again. And I did it on my own. Why? Because I lost my pops. So now I had to do it on my own. I did it. And but you know what? If you think about it, man, if I didn't go through those type of situations, then how would I be able to teach? How would I be able to advise my boxers? I had to.
Yeah.
I had to endure those type of situations. I had to endure losing my father, losing my brother, losing my mom, losing my brother to the streets, man. My brother was gunned down. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So for me to go to those type of situations, lose my home, but I never lost my faith. And then I've been married for 25 years, man. For my wife to stick with me, to good and bad, through thick and thin, bro. Bring it, homeboy. Bring it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Man.
Let's go to Saudi Arabia, man. Bring it. Right?
You know why that's cool is because Andy Ruiz basically ignited, inspired a whole country, a whole civilization, a whole culture. But what may get lost in translation, and why I want to ask you these questions, is because they need to know about that conversation where you said,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I know you can't afford gym fees, you can't afford the rent, you got no place to stay, but you actually...
People build people, brother. People build people. We all need each other, man. You can't do nothing on your own. A lot of kids out there that want trying to do things. I did this on my own. Oh, I got to the top on my own. That's a lie. You can't do nothing on your own. People build people, man. And then one thing about Andy Ruiz is that he's a people's champion because we can all identify ourselves. Most of us can identify ourselves as Andy.
No, I
don't care where you are. I don't
Andy.
care what nationality or where you come from or the color of your skin or whatever. You see Andy, you see yourself. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Because man, he did it. I've been there before,
did it.
and he don't have to look like Anthony Joshua. He don't have to look like a Canelo, good looking and all, If he did it, I can do it too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a person, man. He's a human being. He's normal, just like you and I. Those, like I said, so we can identify ourselves with Andy, and it makes us believe not just boxing, but for any person, any walk of life, any place you come from, kids going to school, going to college, that it gets difficult, or any other sport, football, baseball, whatever the case may be, or even just a normal person going to, working at a job and it's just not giving up, it's just really that's what this is, man. I never, I saw Rocky, Rocky 1, Rocky 2, those are my two favorites, right?
Okay.
And so this is like reliving the Rocky movie all over again because here comes this guy, just like Rocky 1, right, where he gets an opportunity for a fight to fight for a world title where he wasn't even ranked. You know what I'm saying? You put him right back, you put him right in the rankings to give him a shot at the title, and he wins.
How is
You know?
Andy handling like being an overnight sensation? I mean, he just went from basically being just a guy that you never heard of, and then he just comes out of nowhere, beats Anthony Joshua, and now
see,
he's
if you're
sort
in
of
a boxing
like a
game,
household name.
yeah, if you're in a boxing game, you know what's up, my man. You know Andy. You know what his capabilities are. You know what he's got. You know his talents. If you're in a boxing game, for most of the fans out there, for a lot of people out there that are, casual fans or whatever, they did not know Andy. Shoot, man, you look at the guy.
I seen him
Never
spar
judge a book by its cover, man.
10 years ago
He's a
at the
monster,
gym.
bro.
At
He's a
Freddie
monster.
Roach gym. Yeah,
You know this kid, man. He don't care how big you are, man. He'll just go out there. He loves the game. He loves to get hit. He loves to engage and to fight. Yeah, he grew up in the streets, man. This kid's got a story, man. I mean, look.
I can't
he
wait
was
for y'all to
bullied when
chat.
I'll go see the movie.
Man.
I'll
This
go
kid was
see the
bullied.
movie.
Oh man, it'd be great. It'd be great if there was.
Y'all
a
need to
movie, right?
contact Robert Rodriguez. No Quentin
Right?
Tarantino. We don't like him.
Yeah.
We don't like.
But can you think about how he was? He's always been chubby. His entire life. So how going to school, man, and bullying and all that. So he was bullied, man. He was pushed around and bullied till he had to stand up for himself. You know, Dad put him in. Dad put him in boxing. Dad would grab him by the ear to take him to the gym, and and he's been fighting his entire life. He don't know how to do nothing else but fight. You know what I mean?
I pray
So-
y'all document this camp, not for the celebrity, but just for so it can be archived. You know what I mean? Because in 2075, there's going to be a 17-year-old Mexican fighter from South Central LA, Puerto Vallarta.
Right.
That's going to say
Yeah.
in 2019,
That's
the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. I think it's just
It's
important.
remarkable, man. It's like I said, and God has a plan.
Have you spoke to
God
Chris
has a plan
Arreola, by
for
the way?
it. You know what? Chris is he's my dude.
Uh-huh.
That's my boy.
Uh-huh.
Chris is a great guy.
I love
man. He had a
Chris. Love
chance,
Chris.
but I'm sure Chris is happy for Andy. Hey, I didn't get there, but you did. You know what I mean? Because that's what this is.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
there's enough for everybody to go by, man. Just to be supported.
Yeah.
Being supportive of one another, and because if you're involved in a game, man, you understand what I love it when boxers, they do their talking and I'm gonna beat you up, you're gonna beat me up, but at the end of the fights, what do they normally do? They embrace. Man, because dude, like, you and I got down and then you beat the shit out of each other, and we're still able to embrace after a fight. It's a gentleman's sport, man. It's just like you're putting your life on the line. That's why I have nothing but the utmost respect for fighters. For those people, them fans out there that it's easy for them to judge fighters. Oh, he's a bum. Oh, he's this, he's that. Bro, they don't know what they're talking about, man.
My last question: will he jump